to do. I told you earlier, more participants mean more unpredictability, and big institutions and their lobbying money are not a big fan of having unpredictability in their markets. That's right. I said theirs because they built them. So DJ Lame, you look at the chart in real time and say it's got room to run. What are you looking at if that's part of your proprietary blend? No worries. Just distance between the current support and the next one. It's not really proprietary at all. Like imagine an A5 Wagyu Baconator with black truffle aioli and wild boar bacon. Is it on a brioche? Hey, look, the spy did things. Finally. Glad I averaged down that extra call. Is it going to break 469? 469.20. Most bullish spy number. You mentioned earlier that the only clear crime you could see was turning off the buy button. Where do they wash sales? Where do wash sales fit into the spectrum of crime for you? What proof of wash sales do you have? Are they laundering shares through ETFs? Very likely. Is that illegal? Not necessarily. I would say there's been some criminal activity, but no way to prove it. In regards to painting the tape, there's been a few instances now of banging the close. Um, there's been spoofing on GameStop at different times, especially when they need liquidity. Um, so yeah, there's stuff that's happened, but is it going to get reported or acted on? Are they considered, large transgressions? Not really. The SEC is going to go after low hanging fruit. So yeah, I mean, if you're talking about like skirting the edge of crime all the time, but I mean that's what the market incentivizes. If you can find a loophole and exploit it, you can make a lot of money. Everything on a fresh baked brioche. Okay. They're illegally boofing the stock. I'm not a fan of hedge fund managers using the Eisenhower interstate system my grandfather helped build. It's been great if they could avoid any music that isn't Genesis or Steely Dan as well, etc., etc. Good to know the ghost of Dan. I don't know how to respond to your comment. What about Warrant? We were talking about Warrant yesterday. How do you feel about them playing Warrant while traversing your grandfather's highways? What about hiding FTDs and avoiding reg show? Oh, the FTD hiding mechanisms are perfectly legal. And as far as avoiding reg show, they have exemptions. The Citadel, the market maker, has an exemption to reg show in basically every market it operates in. They have no public reporting requirements, and they set them up years in advance of this. And 13Fs have always been bullshit. That's up to you, JC. During the dip to 160, I picked up a Feb 200, June 180, April 185, more Feb 300 because IV was lower than on some nearby strikes. On a dip like that, what range of strikes do you look at? All of them. Mostly close to the money. Ones I would have been priced out of previously. There's probably a portion of FTDs that will be shelved in the obligations warehouse forever, unless something pulls them out, like a short squeeze and massive lender share recalls. Do you know we all contribute to things built in this democracy, and it ain't their market with many of our labor for all kinds of things. It's my market now. That's right. More retail part. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Like more retail participation in the market means it becomes our market, and then we can exert the power. Like most people are just ignorant of the market entirely. I would say the average American. I would say 90% of Americans don't know shit about the market, right? And it is that they don't teach you about it in high school. They barely teach you about it in college. And you know it's that ignorance that allows them to get away with building the markets in the way they desire. If we had a better understanding, we would know, you know, where to vote and where to apply pressure and how to make the markets more favorable to us. But that's not something we've really had until this retail interest was sparked by these meme stocks, right? I hope you're serious about the new country club. Why are FTDs allowed at all? I mean, they shouldn't be. You're right. It ruins price discovery. Full stop. But they're allowed because there is a certain give and take, right? Also, you know, the lenders can profit off of it, so they have an incentive to allow it. The short hedge funds, the shorts can profit off of it, so they want it. You know, if all the participants want it to be a thing, they'll make it a thing. I made 10% of the 187.50. Be proud. All right. I mean, yeah, that's ultimately the thing they fear the most is people being more knowledgeable and participating more, right? You can hear it in every House Financial Services Committee meeting. You can hear it in every Senate hearing regarding the market. The big question, and both parties ask it, so I don't care which side of the fence you're on, is how do we get retail out? Is this dangerous for them? Should they be allowed to manage their own money in the market and determine their own risk? And the sentiment is no, they do not want us to do that. They do not want a fair and free market, right? Because that damages their ability to make money. Absolutely intentional. I mean, any American in the history of this country who has put money into a savings account has been blinded to the market. Whether intentionally or not, you know, you put you know your life savings into a savings account and make 1% interest while the bank that's holding your money is making 9% year over year. That's what they want. flip it.